Hi, I'm Jeremy Govender from CDS. Today we are talking about our 1989 Sapphire Cosworth, full import from the UK. We've always been Ford guys, and it was always a dream to own an XR8 for us. Never thinking that we could one day own a Sapphire Cosworth. It was a picture that I had in my room for years before that. We used to get the newspaper delivered to our house, and every rainy day they would always deliver it with no plastic. So my dad had said, no more newspaper, don't deliver the newspaper. So we never used to get the newspaper for weeks at a time, and then one day my dad went and bought the newspaper on that day, and he's reading through it and he sees ad at a repossession auction for a Sapphire Cosworth, and not believing that it could ever actually be a Sapphire Cosworth, we said we have to go and have a look. So we went down to the building and they give us a form to say that it's a Sapphire 2-liter GLX Cosworth. So we think, they messed up and just are selling the wrong car. And as we walk in to view the car, it was parked next to an Isuzu Bucky, I would never forget, and I could see the boot spoiler sticking up, and I realized at that moment that it was an actual Sapphire Cosworth. And we went to have a look, and it was the real deal. Absolutely everything was original on the car, and we said we'll have to tender on it. And at the time I was thinking tender 18,000 Rand, and my dad had told me, now if you tender that you're going to lose the car. So the bonus number on the lotto was 26 at the time, so we put 26,000 Rand. So a day later the auction had gone through and they needed to phone me at 1 o'clock, and they didn't. So I thought I lost the car. And at 1:30 they phoned to say, you have succeeded in acquiring the car. And it was the best day of my life. So we got the car home, cleaned it up, did a tire, put a battery, and that was it. It was good to go. So the difference between this car and the South African spec Sapphire Cosworth is that those drivetrains were imported. 12 drivetrains were imported and put into local Sapphire gears, which was a very nice car. And this car was built in the UK for the UK market, and with a little bit of extras and different items. The easy way to tell the difference between the South African spec and the UK spec is the interior. The UK ones were fitted with the Recaro seats. The sunroof, most of the South African ones didn't have a sunroof. It comes with a 2-liter 16-valve turbo engine developed by Cosworth, 5-speed T5 gearbox, limited slip diff fitted at the factory. The Cosworth engines were hand built and they do vary in power a little bit, but in its standard form they were between 150 and 160 kilowatts. We have tweaked this a little bit, a bigger turbo, bigger injectors, and we can get 250 kilowatts out of it. Originally the car came with 15-inch Cosworth lattice wheels. We had then put a set of 16-inch work wheel, which looked very nice on the car, but it was a little bit too small. And then we put a set of 18-inch rims, which served the purpose, but it wasn't what I wanted. And we eventually got a set of 17-inch Hockenheim R's to make it look like the Euro spec, and that was the idea all along. We did some racing with the car. In 2003 we drove to Matuba, raced, and we did a 13.6, which at the time was quicker than the E36 M3, and we had a lot of fun that day. We drove up, raced the entire day, drove back down, and the car didn't miss a beat. We did have some fun on the street. Many years ago, we were called out by a guy with a Golf 16 valve turbocharged, and we took him on and won that race by quite a margin, and it was a lot of fun. I was with my late brother. The car came originally looking like this. The vents, the special bumper, and the added bits. The thing that I did get recently was the cosworth front spoiler from a good friend of mine in Cape Town. The fact that the car is so rare in South Africa, it is worth a bit of money. We have a standing offer from a gentleman in Joburg who would give us around the 300,000 mark for this. It's hard to believe that in 1989 this car came out looking like this with all the bits that Ford had put on, and to this day you would still get people coming up to you and admiring the look and the rarity of it. This is without a doubt one of the most desirable Fords out there. It holds a very special place in my heart, and it is one of the best in my collection.